Hi, this segment is coming to you from the sunroom of my home, and we will be discussing the definite articles, the German genders, der, die, das. Those three words, as well as a number of others, mean the. It's not as easy as English. We're fortunate in English, we only have one word for the. And we use it no matter what we want to modify with a definite article. If I want to talk about an animal, a squirrel, I say the squirrel. If I want to talk about a human being, the man, I say the man. If I want to talk about a drawer in a closet, I say the drawer. Or in German, it's not that easy. Every noun has its own gender, der, die, or das, masculine, feminine, or neuter. And it's not like English where you'd say, okay, so masculine, man is masculine, the pronoun that replaces it is he, and woman is feminine, the pronoun that replaces it is she, and tree is neuter, and the pronoun that replaces it is it. It doesn't work that way in German. Here, just in this room, I can look at the door over there, and it is a feminine word, die Tür, the window, das Fenster. My shoe, der Schuh, it's masculine. Shoe is masculine, window is feminine, window is neuter, door is feminine. What logic is that? And yet, to speak the language correctly and to write impressively, you must know the genders of the nouns. So when you learn a word in German, let's say you learn the word for guinea pig, you must learn that it's das Meerschweinchen. Or if you learn the word for dog, it's der Hund. And if you learn the word for cat, like this creature over here, it's die Katze. Guinea pig is neuter, dog is masculine, cat is feminine. My nose is feminine, my lips are feminine, my mustache is masculine, my ear is neuter, my eye is neuter, my eyebrow is feminine, my chin is neuter. What? Yeah, unfortunately that's the way it is. And the thing is, these words change. When it's the subject, for example, if I said the dog, if it's the subject it would be der Hund. If it's the direct object, it's den Hund. If it's the indirect object, it's dem Hund. These things change depending on how they're used in the sentence, but all the changes depend on whether the word is der, die, or das, masculine, feminine, neuter in the first place. And it affects more than just the word for the. It affects possessive adjectives, my, your, her. The exact form the word takes in the sentence depends on whether it's modifying a masculine, feminine, or neuter noun. And so I'm going to give you an example of that right here. I have this right here. Der Wagen, which means wagon or car, it's Volkswagen, it's often used for car. Die Bluse, the blouse, and das Auto, which is self-evident, it means the car, the automobile. And I'm going to put the three of them in a sentence. I have a red wagon or car, I have a red blouse, or I have a red car using das Auto. And I want you to focus on the forms of and red. The German word for is ein, and the German word for red is rot, but they change a little bit depending on if they're modifying masculine nouns, feminine nouns, or neuter nouns, or plural for that matter. And if these nouns are the subject, the direct object, the indirect object, or an object of a preposition, which preposition, all of these different things come into play. So let's just look at these three sentences. I have a red wagon, I have a red car. Ich habe einen roten Wagen. Einen roten Wagen. I have a red blouse. Ich habe eine rote Bluse. Eine rote Bluse. Einen roten Wagen. Eine rote Bluse. And if I choose car, Auto, it's ein rotes Auto. Ein rotes Auto. So in each case, the word for ein and the word for red had different endings, and it depended more than anything else on whether it was modifying a der word, a die word, or das word, a masculine, feminine, or neuter noun. Oh, by the way, all plurals are die words, but they sometimes get different endings than singular die words. Now, that's kind of depressing, actually. It's a real big pain in the neck. It's one of the biggest nuisances for people learning German. But there is good news. You could screw them up completely. You can get them wrong, those endings all wrong. You can put the endings for Wagen in front of Bluse and the endings for Bluse in front of Auto and have all of that, and you'll be easily understood. If you got the basic word structure right, you got the words in the right order, those endings will not affect comprehension. Simply will not affect comprehension. So don't ever let the fear that you're making a mistake, don't ever let the fear that you're making a mistake and you don't have the right endings prevent you from speaking German, attempting to answer a question. In fact, the best way to start getting it right is to have your mistakes corrected. Say it wrong. Then you get the opportunity to hear what it sounds right. And don't be impatient about this. This takes years to master. To speak correctly using the right endings consistently actually takes quite a while. So, that's the segment for today, coming from the sunroom here. Der, die, das, masculine, feminine, neuter. The genders of the German nouns. That'll be it. Thank you. Say hello to the camera, Stray. Say hello to the camera.